Good morning here from Vietnam. We are right now in the central part of Vietnam in the city of Chu Lai. Chu Lai is an area where there is a lot of factories, and we are visiting this morning one of them. This factory is an FDI factory, so it's been invested by foreign investors, and this factory is specialized for doing ODM products, so it can be very suitable if you wanna buy already existing design that you can customize just a little bit to personalize, to do private labeling, and then you can rely on a factory that has experience in doing sportswear, casual wear, and workwear as well. So that's a factory that can really be adaptive into allowing you to place small MOQ orders, and then it's also very used to export in overseas markets. Today I'm joined with Pietro. Pietro, we're gonna visit this factory. You have quite extensive experience into doing textile clothing manufacturing in Vietnam. What are you expecting today from this visit?
Yeah, thanks, Guillaume. What I'm expecting to see today is how well this factory is able to do different kind of products. That's one of the key issues. It is quite important to understand that Vietnam has like thousands and thousands of textile factories, each one specializing in something, and then very large companies who are doing from A to Z product range. For example, if you are looking for workwear, we have factories which are doing only workwear and workwear type products that might be also military and uniforms and combat shirts and things like that. Then you have factories which are solely in the fashion, casual and sportswear and things like that. And then these combined factories which are doing from A to Z. So it will be interesting to see what is really the main product they are doing. They always show everything in the websites and they speak about everything, but the fact is that they like and prefer to do certain type of products. So this is the key issue also when selecting factories in Vietnam. You need to know exactly what they like to do, because that's where they are the most competitive. And that cannot be found from websites or anything. You really need to go there yourself, check what they do, how experienced they are, but especially what they like to do. That's the key issue for the cost effectiveness here.
Thank you, Pietro, for those quick insights. Let's head to the factory now.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Đây là kho nguyên phụ liệu của công ty. Đây là cái nguyên phụ liệu để mà sản xuất. Đối với nguyên phụ liệu thì đối với từng khách hàng chúng ta sẽ có từng cái layout khác nhau để phân loại khách hàng. Để phân loại khách hàng để chúng ta thuận lợi trong vấn đề quản lý cái nguyên phụ liệu của khách hàng.
Okay. And where are those fabrics coming from mostly? Where are the countries in the region that you are mostly importing fabrics?
Của châu Âu, Trung. Sau khi mà chúng ta nhập cái nguồn nguyên phụ liệu vào á, thì chúng ta sẽ qua cái quy trình kiểm tra vải để kiểm tra chất lượng của vải trước khi đi vào sản xuất.
Okay.
Yeah. Để giảm đi cái việc mà rủi ro trong quá trình sản xuất của mình.
So this is a preliminary quality control check that you are doing on the fabric. Is it you are taking random fabrics, or is it you are checking all fabrics one by one?
Khi mà nhập vải và nguyên vật liệu đầu vào, chúng ta sẽ kiểm tra xác suất 20%. Trong quá trình mình bắt đầu sản xuất thì chúng ta sẽ kiểm tra toàn bộ.
So if there is any mistakes that is found at this stage, what are you doing with the fabric? Are you shipping back to the original country, to your suppliers? How do you proceed and then claim back to your suppliers?
Đối với những cái lỗi mà chúng ta không xử lý được thì chúng ta phải trả lại hàng cho khách hàng. Và những cái lỗi mà chúng ta có thể xử lý được thì chúng ta sẽ xử lý trong cái bộ tiêu chuẩn cho phép. Trong cái tiêu chuẩn cho phép, còn lại chúng ta phải trả để lấy cái nguồn mới về, để đảm bảo cái tiêu chuẩn đầu ra cho nó đạt chất lượng. Sau đây thì để mà thuận tiện thì sẽ mời hai anh xuống khu vực của sếp. Okay. Để có thể chúng ta gặp sếp của mình. Okay. Okay. Chúng ta cùng đi.
Hello, Guillaume.
Yeah. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you. So welcome to Dacotex, and we'll show you the line. So we are currently producing for some US brands. This is for all exports. I'll show you the production. We have the sewing lines.
So this is for US market?
For US markets, we export mainly for Europe and US and Brazil in South America. These are woven pants, which is our specialty. So we do a lot of outerwear, casual, and uniform.
So what is really the specialty you are doing? Where do you like to be?
We like to work woven fabric.
Woven fabric.
Yes, so a lot of outerwear, ski wear. We have some special machine for seam tape
Okay.
and
Seam.
quilting. A lot of puffer jackets. So I will show you some specialized machine.
Yeah. What about workwear?
Workwear, yes, uniform. We work a lot for companies' uniform, such as like the vest and
Yeah.
the pants.
Yeah.
We do some special programs sometimes for defense. So these
Yeah.
are the quilting machine we use for the puffer jackets, seam sealing, and automatic quilting.
Okay.
Now we are preparing for the peak season. So we're in this transition between what we ship for spring and what we are about to produce for winter.
For winter already. Do you make a lot of sportswear for winter sports?
Yes, winter sports, ski wear. We use the seam tape and fabric that have special coatings.
Okay.
We import most of our material from China or Vietnam.
China or Vietnam. Okay.
Some special requirement will be from Taiwan or Thailand or Malaysia. And we've been sourcing material for the past 20 years.
Okay.
So we have suppliers we can trust because we work with them long term.
Are you working mainly on the FOB basis or CMT?
Yes, we are 90% FOB and CMT. When we work with very specific brands, they nominate the fabric.
That's true, yes. That's true, yes.
Because they work with the fabric supplier many months in advance.
Are you getting a lot of fabrics from Europe also, or is it mainly China?
We
Asia?
had few accessories and trims imported from Europe, like the logo. Sometimes is made in France, but fabric from Europe, not often. We have inquiries, but they usually source from China.
Do you see a trend of fabric made in Vietnam?
Since the FTA with Europe agreement and also the tariff with the US, we see more and more textile manufacturer opening and also developing in Vietnam. So sometimes they have many factories around the world, but in Vietnam, I can tell you maybe 5 years ago, we will have a supplier that will do only the weaving. And a year after, they can do the dyeing. So we get like fabric and color. And I think today we can find some supplier with a special coating. So now we can get the full fabric for more and more specific requirements. So I do believe the more we go, the more access we will have to higher quality fabric.
Yeah, and local especially, which is keeping the cost down. So
exactly.
So no transport cost.
Lower cost in transportation, faster lead times.
Since the FTA, have you seen your business to Europe to grow?
We have more requirements in the fabric sourcing. They are asking us to find fabric in Vietnam.
Okay.
So we can profit from the duty free for some product today.
What is your main export market now? Is it USA or?
It has switched in the past couple of years. It was US and then Europe.
Yeah.
And now we see more trend of the US.
Okay, so it's changing all the time.
Yes, it's changing all the time.
Did the free trade agreement have any impact? Did you see that after that 5 years ago, you would have been more Europe also?
I do believe it put Vietnam on the map in terms of, many
absolutely.
buyers now are considering Vietnam.
Yes.
Some try to move and some are moving. So we do have definitely more interest. The orders also depend on many things as the economy and such things. So we have not noticed a big increase in retail brands.
Yeah.
But we have other programs where we have a high demand.
How do you see the balance between retail and specialized customized production like workwear and things like that? Are you mainly on the retail, on the Costco and
as of now, for my company, we have more of a uniform demand. But the retail, I think this year we will come back stronger.
Stronger again.
Last year was stable from what I heard around, in the industry. And the year before was quite low. So it's slowly picking up. And this year should be a little better than last year.
Okay. Dakotex has many sites. I don't even remember how many you have.
We have 3 sites,
Three
production
sites.
sites.
Are they all here in the central
Yes.
Vietnam?
So we established ourselves in Da Nang in
Also.
2002.
Yeah.
So 22 years now. We built one in Chu Lai, where we are today, and one in Hue, which is also a few hours away. Each site have their own airport.
Yeah.
So Chu Lai Airport, Da Nang Airport, and
Yeah,
Hue Airport. We have produced for the past 20 years FOB orders quite smoothly. The reason is central Vietnam, in terms of cost, is still lower than Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. This is why we had a stable growth.
Is every factory doing everything, or are you specialized in each factory?
We try to keep a large type of product,
yeah.
portfolio. But our strength in terms of skills is more with the woven fabric. So this will be, casual pants, outerwear. We have puffer jackets or windbreakers, such things.
This plant here, this is your largest, right?
This plant is the largest in terms of superficie and capacity as well. Yes.
It's like roughly 500 workers?
Yes. We have 500 workers. This is more during low season. After a few years of up and down, we are trying to rebuild and reach 700 to 1,000 workers, which we were pre-COVID.
What about the salary levels here in the central Vietnam, and also the availability workers? Is it difficult to get people working, and do you have the pool available here?
So in terms of monthly salary, we can pay a little up from the minimum salary in central Vietnam. And the reason is the cost of living much lower than the big city. So the cost is lower. But Da Nang, which is a bigger city, will be higher than Chu Lai and Hue as well. If average all year round will be about 400, 450.
Okay.
But there will be month where it will be 400 during low season.
Yeah.
And there will be month where it's 600 and above.
Oh yeah.
So related to an area like Southern Vietnam?
So in Ho Chi Minh City, you can find 60 to 70% higher than the same level here. You can reach double in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi.
You mentioned that the people like to go home after the day. It means that you basically are running here one shift only.
Yes, we run one shift. We start at 7:30 and we're done at 4:30 or 5, depends on how long is the break. Of course, there are seasons we will have overtime, but they go home and they come back, or they stay a little longer and they go home early. The workers, who are mainly women for the sewing, they like to drop off their kids to school and then go to work. And at night, they like to go home.
What would be the turnover that you have per year?
The turnover per year is a little less than 5%. I am not aware of what's happening in the big city. We have workers here and we take pride in having employees and workers that stay with us at least more than 10 years. We have special program for those who stay 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. This factory has been officially operating since 2006. I'm sure we can find people who's been there since then. The mindset is also different. We do see factories opening around, so it's always attractive. They will offer bonus to join. A lot of current workers with us today, they choose to stay. So we're making some covers for equipment.
Okay.
And also some trousers for export fashion.
Do you have domestic customers?
We have one brand that we support because domestic market will have a smaller MOQ, but we like to help each other grow. They are growing very fast, and this is what we believe. We always think we can grow with them. So we help them in the beginning with 300 as MOQ, and today they are up to 3,000. So hopefully they can grow even bigger.
Here we have the QC in place, line and QC. Are your customers also using external QC?
Yes, our QC system is we have inline and end-of-line QC who will check on the goods coming out of production.
Yes.
We will have another step at each department. Let's say after cutting, one QC, before packing, after packing, QC as well.
Okay.
We also have a group QA who will come to the factory, assess the system and audit, basically self-audit to see everything is working well. We always welcome the customer QC or QA who will show us the way to do and the level of quality standard, as well as a third party. Most of the brands will work with the third party we can find outside. But some brand will have also, especially for the Japanese market, have the team come to the factory and do 100% inspection.
Oh, okay.
So those are more difficult,
Yeah,
but we
of
can
course.
manage.
But these big brands from US, for example, they are using externals on top of your own quality control.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. They do inline and final 2-3 times. We have inspections.
Yeah.
Also, before we will have audit to
Yeah,
make
of
sure
course,
we
yeah.
have the technical
Yeah.
capacity.
Related to certificates, you are compliant BSCI.
Yes.
I think I see orders on the website.
Yes, so we are compliant in terms of social audits to export. We have RAP for the US. This will be North America and South America. And BSCI for Europe. ISO 9000 for uniform.
Yeah.
Some vendor are asking. Each company have their own audit. We did pass Walmart audit in the past, Costco audit.
Speak about uniforms. Do you mean real uniforms or camo, or what kind of?
We have two type of uniform. One
Yeah.
will be the workers.
Yeah.
So we will
Yeah.
have, like
Company brand.
yes,
and,
exactly. Or factories. And we also have special orders for the defense uniform.
Okay. That's still a uniform or like camouflage and this kind of things.
Yes, the defense uniform can be more technical in terms
Yes,
of,
it is,
like waterproof or fabric that is specifically silent,
Yeah.
doesn't make so much
Yeah.
noise, but have all the specification of a ski wear, for example.
Going back to the fabrics, we have seen a lot of demand growing in the Oecotex type of fabrics. How do you see that the supply chain here in Vietnam, and are you working also with the?
We have few suppliers who are Ecotex certified in Vietnam. The demand might be very specific,
it is,
percentage cotton, percentage spandex,
yeah.
or polyester and such.
Yeah.
So we still study between Vietnam and China most of
Okay.
the time. The main difference would be the price and the level of requirement. If the requirement is high and we still need a good price, we will have to go to China.
So the domestic supply is very low volume still.
Yes.
But it's existing. So is it made in Vietnam product or is it imported product?
It's made in Vietnam. Yes. We have fabric produced in Vietnam, polyester, nylon. We have more and more requirements. So the supplier is also trying more and more to offer this type of fabric. But if we need, for example, some special coating, a film, or some kind of reflective print, then most likely China will have the best offer.
What about then, you mentioned that labeled uniforms and things like that. So do you have here a printing also, or do you use a subcontractor?
We use subcontractors for big volume of screen printing or sublimation and different digital printing. But if it's a small print, we can do heat transfer, we will do.
Is your supplier chain and partner chain near here in the region, or?
Yes, so printing we have near here. Fabric and dyeing usually is more in Ho Chi Minh City, which is where our office is. And we have a strong network more in Ho Chi Minh City because it's more available, as well as the market is nearby. So they will have their stores. In this region, we have mainly washing suppliers and printing suppliers. So we have two cutting tables. We can work different type of fabric, woven as well as knit. Knit, we will have to rest the fabric, so it's more stable in terms of extension.
What do you do with the textile waste? Are you using it yourself for making steam or anything like that, or are you selling it out?
So we either sell it out or we have those donation programs.
Okay.
So during very low season, when we see there's not much going on in production, we will try to put in 500, 1,000 piece.
Yeah.
And we will distribute either blankets or jackets to the local region. I will say maybe 40% of the waste will be donation, because we do FOB. So we try to propose to clients if they will take the fabric again. If not, we will sell. So we have the packing, and also we have the technical room.
And is the final quality inspection done here? Or where do you do the final QC?
We will have a separate room for inspection.
Yeah, that's for third party inspection.
Yes, for third party.
But your internal, it's the end of the line.
Yes, these garments have been washed. So Basically, we do the sewing and then we send them to wash. Come back, we finish some process like the button and such things, and then we can iron. It's quite a complicated garment, and it's very long. It could fit me. It could fit me.
Your company is not only doing garments as a business, but you also have some charity involvement. Your family has a past history with creating orphanage, etc. Can you highlight that? I think it's quite important.
So my mother came to Vietnam in the 90s when Vietnam reopened, and her and my dad and their friends brought together a small fund to build orphanages. So the first orphanage we built was in Mekong Delta in Con Th, and we built another one in the same region and one in Da Nang. After building up, we tried to raise about 50 kids per year over the past 30 years. So last time we counted, it's in the thousands. We help them, with support for clothing and education until they reach university, and then they choose. If university, we will still sponsor. If they choose to work, then they go to the real life. So after building the orphanage in Da Nang, my mother was invited and encouraged by the city of Da Nang to bring business and build the economy. So she decided to build a garment company, garment manufacturer, because we believe that a step above agriculture will be working in factory. And she also wants to support women, as she's one. We built the first factory in Da Nang. 2 years later, we were invited by the city of Hue. And 2 years after, we were invited in Chu Lai. Dakotex Bluebird is the first factory in this industrial zone. When we built this factory, it was all sand, no concrete. This is why it's part of our DNA, to have this social mission, to support, to pay all the salary and all the benefits that come with it for the workers, so they can build also their own family.
Technical room.
So we have, yes, the plotters here,
Plotters,
and the technical who will follow the production.
Okay, yeah. So these are some of the samples. So you have a camo type also.
Yes, we have some camo.
Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like